Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and mysterious legends to ever emerge from the African continent, the story of Mami Wata, the African goddess of water. Her name has echoed through generations, whispered in riverside villages, sung in sacred rituals, and feared in stories told by firelight. She is beautiful, dangerous, loving, and vengeful all at once, a goddess who blesses and destroys, who heals and curses. Her legend flows across borders, shaping beliefs from West Africa to the Caribbean and even into the Americas. Mami Wata is more than a myth. She is a symbol of spirituality, femininity, and the unknown power of nature. To understand her story, you have to imagine the vastness of Africa's rivers and oceans, places that have always carried both life and death, trade and tragedy, beauty and mystery. The water was life, but it also hid secrets, and among those secrets was her. Described as half woman and half fish, Mami Wata is often portrayed as a mermaid-like figure with glistening skin, long flowing hair, and eyes that see through souls. In many tales, she rises from the water to interact with humans, choosing some for favor and dragging others into her world beneath the waves. Her origins are as fluid as water itself. Some historians believe that the earliest worship of Mami Wata can be traced back centuries to times before colonial contact, when African societies revered water spirits as guardians of fertility and prosperity. As trade expanded and new cultures met across coasts and islands, Mami Wata absorbed influences from many places, India, Europe, and the Americas, becoming a truly global goddess of the African diaspora. She evolved with every wave of history, adapting to new symbols, new stories, and new followers. But who exactly is she? Some call her a goddess, others a spirit, and some even see her as a powerful ancestral being. Her personality reflects the duality of water itself. She can be kind and generous, bringing wealth, healing, and success to those who honor her. But if she is disrespected or forgotten, she can unleash floods, storms, and personal misfortune. In certain traditions, she appears to men in dreams or at the water's edge, promising them riches and love in exchange for loyalty or sacrifice. Her devotees believe she grants power and fortune, but demands purity, respect, and devotion. In Nigeria, Ghana, and across West Africa, stories about Mami Wata vary from region to region, yet they share striking similarities. She is always associated with beauty and wealth, often depicted holding a mirror and a comb, symbols of vanity, reflection, and self-awareness. The mirror shows her dominion over illusion and truth, reminding people that what is seen can be deceiving. The comb, meanwhile, represents order and power, showing how she controls both her appearance and her world. Her beauty is said to be irresistible, and those who encounter her are forever changed. There are countless stories of fishermen who vanished after glimpsing a mysterious woman in the waves. Some claim she takes lovers into her underwater palace, a place filled with treasures and lights brighter than gold. Time moves differently there, they say. Days can feel like moments or centuries. When her chosen ones return, if they ever do, they come back changed, richer, wiser, but distant, as though part of them never truly returned. Others speak of healers and priests who channel her energy to cure illnesses, bring fertility, or protect entire communities from disaster. Mami Wata's worship has always been closely tied to water itself. Rivers, lakes, and oceans are her temples. Devotees leave offerings of perfume, coins, flowers, and even fine fabrics at the water's edge. Red, white, and blue are her sacred colors, red for power and passion, white for purity and spirit, and blue for the depths of the sea. During ceremonies, drummers and dancers call her name, invoking her presence through rhythm and movement. Possession rituals are common, where a devotee becomes a vessel for her spirit, moving in trance. Like beauty and power, for many Africans, she is not a myth but a living force, deeply connected to daily life. Fishermen pray to her for safe voyages, women ask her for fertility and love, and traders call upon her for wealth and success. In times of drought or sickness, communities turn to her for help, believing she can restore balance to both body and land. Yet she is not to be taken lightly. Her blessings come with conditions. If a follower breaks their vows or disrespects her, they risk losing everything she gave. When Europeans arrived in Africa, they encountered Mami Wata's imagery and were both fascinated and terrified. They tried to categorize her as a pagan demon or a myth, but her presence was too deeply woven into the culture to erase. Even during colonial rule, when traditional beliefs were suppressed, her worship survived, hidden in symbols, songs, and secret rituals. As Africans were taken across the Atlantic during the slave trade, they carried her spirit with them. Across the Caribbean, in Haiti, in Brazil, and even in the southern United States, she reemerged under different names and forms, blending with other deities in Afro-Caribbean religions like Vodou, Santeria, and Candomblé. In Haiti, she became associated with Lassiren, the beautiful sea goddess who also grants wealth and power. In Brazil, she took the name Yamanya, the queen of the ocean and mother of all waters. Though the names and stories changed, her essence remained. The divine feminine spirit of water, the giver of life and the taker of souls. Her adaptability proved her power. No matter where Africans went, she followed, her story flowing across continents and centuries. What makes Mami Wata so enduring is her complexity. She represents contradictions that exist within us all. She is seductive yet sacred, destructive yet healing. Her stories explore human desires and fears, beauty, wealth, love, death, and the unknown. She challenges moral boundaries and reminds people that every gift has a price. She also embodies resistance and survival. For centuries, African women especially have found strength in her image. She is both a goddess and a metaphor, a symbol of female power in a world that often seeks to control it. Art inspired by Mami Wata is breathtaking. Across Africa and the diaspora, artists have painted her as a shimmering mermaid or a regal woman surrounded by serpents and mirrors. In some depictions, she's accompanied by a large snake coiled around her body, representing spiritual transformation and rebirth. The serpent, feared by many, becomes her ally, symbolizing hidden wisdom and the cycle of life. In others, she stands on the water, her beauty both inviting and terrifying, her gaze daring mortals to look deeper into themselves. Scholars often interpret Mami Wata as a reflection of Africa's encounter with modernity. Her association with wealth and beauty mirrors the changing values brought by trade and globalization. Her mirrors and perfumes are symbols of foreign goods, of the allure and danger of new desires. Through her, people explored the tension between tradition and change, spirituality and materialism, nature and civilization. She became a mirror not only for herself but for society as a whole. Yet her legend is not just an academic story, it's alive. In many African countries today, Mami Wata shrines still stand by rivers and oceans. People visit them to seek healing, blessings, or forgiveness. Her songs still echo through ceremonies, her dances still stir the spirit world, and her power still inspires both awe and respect. Even in pop culture, she continues to appear in films, art, and music, captivating new generations with her timeless mystery. Many modern women, especially across Africa and the diaspora, see Mami Wata as a symbol of empowerment. She represents independence, sensuality, and control over one's own destiny. Her story challenges old stereotypes and reclaims the divine feminine power that colonialism and patriarchy tried to suppress. She teaches that beauty and strength can coexist, that spirituality can be personal and powerful, and that water, like life itself, cannot be controlled. But Mami Wata is also a warning. She reminds us of the balance between respect and desire. To seek her favor is to walk a fine line between gain and loss. Those who worship her must learn humility and discipline, for water can both nurture and destroy. In a world increasingly disconnected from nature, her story calls us back to our roots, urging us to honor the forces that sustain life. Throughout Africa, each region has its own unique relationship with her. In Nigeria's Igbo culture, she is revered as the protector of the river and the bringer of wealth. In Ghana and Togo, she is known to appear in dreams, guiding individuals toward prosperity. In Congo, she is feared as much as she is loved, capable of taking vengeance on those who disrespect the water. Despite these variations, one message remains constant. Mami Wata demands reverence, and those who honor her are rewarded. Her influence can even be seen in modern spirituality and art movements. Musicians have sung about her, painters have captured her hypnotic beauty, filmmakers have portrayed her as both savior and seductress. In every version, she remains the same essence, a spirit of mystery, a goddess of balance, and a force of transformation. In recent years, environmentalists and cultural historians have reinterpreted Mami Wata as a symbol of the planet's water crisis. They see her as a guardian of the Earth's most precious resource, a divine reminder of humanity's responsibility toward nature. In that sense, her story is not just about mythology, but about survival itself. The allure of Mami Wata lies in her eternal ambiguity. Is she real or imaginary, benevolent or malevolent, goddess or demon? The answer depends on who you ask. For some, she is an ever-present spiritual guide, whispering through the ripples of rivers. For others, she is a myth that personifies humanity's deepest fears and desires, yet regardless of interpretation, her presence endures, proving that myths are not just stories of the past, they are living mirrors of our collective soul. To understand Mami Wata is to understand the power of storytelling itself. Her legend has transcended geography, time, and culture, shaping the way people view nature, femininity, and spirituality. She reminds us that water, though formless, holds everything: life, death, change, and reflection. And like water, her story adapts, flowing endlessly through the hearts of those who believe. So, as we stand at the edge of her myth today, we're left with a haunting truth. Mami Wata is not just a goddess of water. She is the spirit of Africa's resilience, beauty, and mystery. She is the song of the river, the silence of the deep, and the eternal reminder that what lies beneath the surface is far more powerful than what we see above. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the depths of African mythology, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from around the world.